It is the program that's always determined and focused, and in this offseason they just had a little bit more MO to build on. After near misses, Florida State gets on top here in Charlottesville. Along with the Virginia Tech men, the Hokies bring home an ACC title for head coach Dave Cianelli. It's his 4th championship for the Virginia Tech men, their 4th title. And David, for both of these programs, whether it's the Florida State women or the Virginia Tech men, I think Coach Brayman described it perfectly. They were balanced. I think the most balanced team took away the team honors this year.
They were not only balanced, but they had that firepower out in front. They had the champions to go with it.
134 for Florida State, the championship total. 123 for Virginia Tech. And Dan, the Hokies come away with the title. Dave Cianelli standing by with Melanie Newman.
29 men here. 17 are freshmen.
That says it right there. So the youth movement for the Hokies, how did you ensure them that they could come into something they haven't experienced before, and not only compete, but come out and, start taking spots?
Well, they did it indoors, although we tied, with Florida State. But a lot of these guys were able to step up at a conference championship. We knew this was going to be tough to come in here and beat a great UVA team on their home court. And we knew we had to have close to a perfect day today, and we almost had a perfect day. So that's what you have to do. But having all those freshmen step up, that's pretty unique, in any sport.
Well, let's talk about this for a moment. You just said, you were coming in against Virginia on their home track, but this is your in-state rival. Does that make it any sweeter for you, not only to take the crown, but to do it with, someone you're constantly against?
Absolutely. Yeah, no question.
Yeah, Coach! Hey! I think he saw it coming out of the corner of his eye, guys.
Did you get any of that?
We did.
Woo. Oh, that's going to be sticky.
That's about as sweet as orange Gatorade.
No, it is, sure, because, we are rivals. We're friendly rivals. And, it's nice to beat your rival, especially on their home court, like I said. It's and they had an unbelievable meet. Incredible meet. You have to expect that at this meet. People are going to step up, and you got to bring your A game.
Well, they brought it, and your young kids brought it, which means you can only expect to go up from here, knowing that you've got them for another couple years.
Yeah. It bodes good for the future. They can't get complacent. To continue to try to win this, you got to stay hungry.
Well, Coach, I think your hungry guys over there have got some celebrations for you to get back to. Go enjoy this one.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Well, on a day which is just watched torrential downpours in Charlottesville, we get a colored downpour on the Virginia Tech headman, the Hokies. Celebrate an ACC title. No worries, Coach. This rain will have that washed off in a matter of moments, and you'll be back normal once again. But what a story for Virginia Tech. They capture the 4th team title. And, at the start of the week, we looked at some of the team titles overall and how they stack up. And, we've watched over the last few years teams step to the forefront. And on the men's side, Virginia Tech has been one of those teams. They are the up-and-coming program right now in the ACC.
Well, and I think David will agree with me. They're doing it different ways. When I first started watching them a few years ago, man, they were just so loaded in the middle distance races, and they dominated there, and they would load up the 5,000 meters and just beat people on sheer numbers. But now they're doing it in the 400 meters and the 400-meter hurdles. They've got some great sprinters out there. So that just says a lot about your program, is that you're just not developing one type of an athlete. You've got a very well-balanced program.
I personally find that very refreshing. College track, to me, was becoming way too specialized. Teams were like single event kind of teams for a while, and now we're seeing that those that are diversifying again and making themselves more like a traditional good dual meet team are thriving and succeeding on the highest levels.
So it's been a wild 3 days in Charlottesville. Let's just get your closing thoughts. And Dan, I want to start with you. So many double winners this year. I mean, you look at Ewers and Seymour and Aowane for Syracuse and Prokratsky of Virginia Tech. I mean, we really saw the elite athletes step to the forefront when the stage was the brightest.
Well, and they really have, and that, when I wrote down just a couple of people that I thought had great performances, and Courtney Jones from Florida State, as well as Katia, she had a great performance, but she also ran on the relay, but man, she really stepped up. But what I said a few years ago is we're going to start seeing these kids make an impact at the national level, and they certainly are. KT is scoring high. Courtney is doing well at the national level. Andre Ewers, people are talking about him nationally and, outside of the middle distances. Right. Certainly Virginia Tech wins the DMR, one season, and you got guys in there. But now it's being recognized as a much more nationally known conference.
And for you, David, our distance specialist, what are you going to take away from these 3 days here at UVA?
Well, you mentioned Rachel Polkratsky's double, which was extremely impressive. To do it 2 years in a row, just incredible. That's the stuff of legend right there. Paige Stoner had her own double in the steeplechase and the 5K. You mentioned Aowane, but I was also very impressed with the young Yared Naguse, the anchor of Notre Dame's NCAA champion DMR. He ran such an easy win in that 1,500 meters. He is going to make a big splash on that national stage.
He did it for the team indoors, and that was really impressive. And now he comes away with the title himself.
So another year in the books. Florida State. The Chop is back in Charlottesville for the first time since 2016. The Seminole women can celebrate an ACC team title, while for the men, congratulations to Virginia Tech. From a soggy house here in Charlottesville, Lanigan Field has been the setting. The elite athletes in the ACC have gathered. The 3-day festival champions have risen, new and familiar faces all rising to the top. First-time champions along with repeat champs, all the drama coming together in Charlottesville. For our soggy crew, we want to thank you for tuning in. Melanie Newman, David Mitchell, Dan O'Brien. This is Sean Kinney saying so long. This has been a presentation of ESPN. Watch out, Coach, the worldwide leader in sports.